Another very concerning question that has been received by a parent is that as we are living in the West, and now we have this concept that is being taught to our children of LGBT. So, how can we as a parent advise our children regarding LGBT whilst we are Muslims? So, being a Muslim, this explains everything because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our Khaliq, our creator, our Malik, our ultimate owner, our sustainer, who is Rabbul Alameen, the sustainer of both worlds, of all creation. He, Azza wa Jal, and our master, the leader of the prophets, the seal of all prophets, the Khatamun Nabiyyin, Sayyiduna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he does not leave us unattended or unguided in any situation. Islam is so complete that it teaches us everything from what to do when a child is born, that we are required to bathe the child, to say the adhan in the right ear and the iqama in the left ear, all the way until that individual is buried. And even post-burial, Islam does not leave us unguided. So it would not leave you unguided. Islam is complete and perfect. It is flawless. It has an answer to all your problems and issues. Yes, sometimes we are unable to find the answers or solutions to those problems or issues due to our own ignorance or lack of understanding, lack of knowledge, shortage of knowledge about Islam, and we believe that we are unguided or left unattended. Islam does not leave you unguided or unattended in any situation, in any scenario, in any circumstance, in any predicament. So in the Quran categorically explains a verse that comes to my head in Surah Ash-Shura. It is verse number 49, that Lillahi mulku samawati wal ard, that to Allah belongs the kingdom of the heavens, meaning the skies and the earth. Yakhluqu ma yasha, he creates whatever he wishes. So he is the creator. He has made. When we are Muslims, this is what we believe. We do not believe what the teacher tells you about LGBT. Yes, if they want to promote or advocate LGBT and they want to adopt the LGBT lifestyle, then that is up to them. They can do that. But as far as Muslims are concerned, our Quran, our deen, our religion does not leave us unguided. And a Muslim means one who has surrendered to the will and choice of Allah. So we will not consider any choices, any ways of life other than the way of Islam. Being a Muslim, because as a Muslim, the literal meaning of Muslim is one who has surrendered to the will and choice of Allah. So as we have surrendered to the will and choice of Allah, we put aside, we abandon our own choices, our own wills, or any other choice that is being conveyed to us. We will abandon that. We will reject that for ourselves, for our children, if they are Muslims. As we have surrendered ourselves to the will and choice of Allah. And the Quran categorically says that yakhluqu ma yasha, he creates whatever he wishes. Yakhluqu ma yasha. Yahabu liman yasha'u inathan wa yahabu liman yasha'u dhukur. He bestows daughters. Yahabu liman yasha'u inathan. And he bestows daughters, and he bestows sons to whomsoever he wishes. So he bestows daughters on whomsoever he wishes, and he bestows sons to whomsoever he wishes. And to some he gives both. He mixes. Oh, yuzawwijum dhukranu, sons, wa inatha, and daughters. And to some he makes them barren. وَيَجْعَلُ مَن يَشَاءُ عَقِيمًا, and he makes whomsoever he wishes, he desires, barren. إِنَّهُ عَلِيمٌ قَدِيرٌ, he is knowing and he is the authoritative, the all-powerful, meaning it is within his power. So he is the one who has created you, a male if you're a male, and a female if you're a female. Okay, you are not a female you don't need to listen to rubbish like, you could be a male trapped in a female's body or a female trapped in a male's body. This is absolutely absurd. It is the height of preposterousness. Yeah, it is absolutely preposterous and ridiculous that to suggest that you could be a male trapped in a female's body or a female trapped in a male's body. Absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Allah has created you. Whatever you were at the time of birth is what you are destined to be and to remain until you part from this world through death. The Quran says, "La tabdila li khalqillah." There is no change to the creation of Allah. You are not able to have transgender, to be a transgender, to engage in an operation so that you can transform your gender. This is absolutely haram, prohibited for Muslims. So as we are a Muslim, we've surrendered our will and choice to Allah. We will not consider or contemplate or entertain anything which contradicts or contravenes Islam or the mentality, the thought that Islam delivers to you. We will reject that. We will abandon that, but we will only adopt what Islam has provided to us. That is the best for us. That is complete, as the Quran says, "Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum." Today I have completed for you your deen. "Wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati," and I have completed my ni'mah upon you. "Wa raditu lakum al-islam deena," and I am pleased to give you Islam as your deen. So Islam is your deen. Islam is our way of life. He has created whatever He willed. He creates whatever He wills. يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. And He bestows to whomsoever daughters. So if you have been born as a daughter, you are to remain a daughter. And you are to live as a daughter. And if He has given you as a son to your parents, therefore Allah has made you a son, and you are to remain a son. You are to remain a male until you leave this world. And as far as relationships are concerned, then since our Prophet and Sayyidina, the Prophet Sayyidina Adam, ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam, the first human being to be created, he married Sayyidatuna Hawa radiyallahu anha. So every single prophet got married to a female. All prophets married females. And all the females from our aslaf, our pious predecessors, they married males. It is absolutely haram, impermissible and prohibited for women to marry women or to enter or engage in a relationship with a woman, such as marriage or those things which are done after marriage. So women cannot have a sexual relationship with women, nor can men have such a relationship with men, nor can a person have a relationship with both. So a person is like what would they say, bisexual, so he's having a relationship with both, the male with the female and male, or female with the male and female. This is haram. It is prohibited in Islam. There is no room whatsoever or flexibility in this. And those people need, if anyone has these thoughts, then these thoughts and temptations are from the Satan, from the shaitan. They need to be removed and absolutely rejected. As you're a Muslim, you will reject and abandon all those ways which are not the ways of Islam, as they are the ways of the Satan, of the shaitan. And we are going to return to Allah one day. We came from Allah, we are going to return to Allah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Surely we belong to Allah, and surely to Him we will be returning. And we return. So as far as changing yourself is concerned, no. You are what you were born as. So you were born as a male, you're a male, and you are to remain a male for the rest of your life. And you are born, if you were born a female, you are to remain a female, to live as a female, and to leave this world as a female. This is what you would explain to your children, how you would explain to the children that you are servants of Allah. You are ibadullah, not ibadu shaitan. You're not the servants of shaitan. You're the servants of Allah. A Muslim means one who has surrendered his will and choice to Allah. So whatever Allah has willed for you, whatever He willed your gender to be a male, you're a male. He willed your gender to be a female, you're a female. And a male will only have a relationship with a female, and that is through marriage. Any relationship outside marriage is haram, it is prohibited. And extramarital relationships are also prohibited, meaning a non-marital relationship, extramarital relationship is haram, prohibited. Same gender relationships are haram, they are prohibited as we're Muslims. We can't pick and choose and say, I'll take this part from Islam and this part from the Satan. As other ways are from the shaitan. There's no other opinion. So if you see a Muslim or a so-called Muslim preacher who is who's watering it down, or who is saying that it's not as bad as it appears and you're allowed to, it's not really your fault, etc., then that person is also an agent of the shaitan. He's a toy of the shaitan, and he is being played by the shaitan. You will reject that advice from that so-called preacher, as we have too many so-called preachers and speakers who are trying to water down Islam, but this is not Islam. We are those people who accept only the pristine Islam, the original Islam, which was with our Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam and with his blessed companions, which was conveyed to us, Ridwanullahi ta'ala alayhim ajma'in. So that's what you will remain, and you will not engage in any kind of operation because you've been, so there are people out there trying to brainwash you to adopt these things. You will reject those ways. Those are the ways of the shaitan, the path of the shaitan, and we will not follow the path of the shaitan, as we have Islam says, and it is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah that, O believers, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu udkhulu fi silmi kaffa, enter into the folds of Islam completely. Do not follow the footsteps of the shaitan. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Surely he is your blatant enemy. He is our blatant enemy. He has been exposed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any ways which are not the ways of Islam or the ways of the Satan, of the shaitan, we reject those ways. We do not even consider or contemplate those ways. We all follow the ways of Allah, the ways of our Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, the ways of the companions, the blessed companions and the Ahlul Bayt. That is the way of Islam, and that is the way we have chosen to accept by confessing and saying that I am a Muslim. We have surrendered to the will and choice of Allah and not surrendered to any other way. That is what we need to remember and remind our children.